The Sex Ed with Tim podcast is recorded on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. We acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13, signed with the Mississaugas of the Credit, and the Williams Treaty, signed with multiple Mississaugas and Chippewa bands.
You're listening to Sex Ed with Tim.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Sex Ed with Tim podcast. I am your host, Tim. I'm a certified sex educator. I identify as chaotically gay. And Manuel, I have a joke for you.
What?
What's long and hard and has cum in it?
Well, here, mine. My dick.
It's a cucumber. Get your mind out of the gutter, Manuel. Gross. Ew.
Oh, no, you know what? Because mine is empty.
Right now.
It's refilling right now.
Did you just come from a film or something? From a shoot?
I was making how do we say, custom videos.
Oh, for your OnlyFans, your Just for Fans, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yum. Well, people are gonna have to pay to see that, and it is quite a feat. I have seen a lot of your videos. It is amazing. I am so absolutely in awe of your body of work, and your dick, obviously.
Well, this one I don't have control over it, but the amount of sex I have, yeah, that's me. That's my doing.
Manuel, you dirty little slut. You cum dump you. Talk dirty to me.
I fuck every day, that's all.
You fuck every day. That's good. I don't have that energy anymore. I'm just so tired of fucking now.
Well, it depends too of your position, because I'm a top, so like I can, but if you're passive, if you fuck with me, you need 2 days of rest after.
Oh, okay. Very well. That's true. I'm a versatile. Well, back when I was escorting, I would fuck like 2 clients a day, right?
Okay.
And now it's just like, I'm tired. It's a pandemic.
Okay.
I'm sleepy. I want to go home and eat. I want to watch TV.
Well, it's just that I cannot say no to these beautiful men that write to me. That's all.
Well, I better get myself over to where you are and just like, present my booty hole in a golden platter just for you.
Exactly.
It's a very tight booty hole. It's been called the gorilla grip of booty holes.
The gorilla grip, I love it. Well, yeah, it's all about control, right? You can muscle it up.
It has special powers. It can open like a black hole and close like caulk. And that's
I call it
CAULK.
talent. Yeah.
Talent. Yes, it's my superpower.
Talent.
Oh my God. So Manuel, thank you so much for joining me. For the people who don't know, that very beautiful, handsome voice that you hear on the other end of the mic is none other than famous gay porn star, sensation, icon, phenomenon, Manuel Skye. Hi, Manuel. How are you?
Bonjour. I am super, super good. Yeah, always. I'm always in a good mood.
Comment ça va?
Yeah, I'm French. Ça va toujours très bien. It's going better here now.
They're not going to see this, but you are fully like naked. I am enjoying it. I feel like I should pay you right now.
Oh, they're not going to see it.
No,
Ooh.
I know. They're just going to use their imagination. They know where to find it. So Manuel, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm now 42 years old. I
Yum.
started porn. Yeah, yum, you say. Yeah, I started porn at 37, and so it's been almost 5 years, and I shoot the equivalent of one scene per week. So I've been working a lot, but I'm also an acrobat, a professional acrobat, and a yoga teacher. Yeah, and now I'm a writer as well. I've just finished writing my book.
Excuse me, Mr. Multi-talented queen over here. Hello. What? Porn star, writer, acrobat, yogi? What can't you
Yeah.
do? Oh my god.
Wait for it, because the book is also filled with poetry and all that stuff. So there's gonna be
Aw.
it's meant to fuse all the art forms together, sex included.
Ooh, fun. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh my god. Stop it. You're
So
making me
yeah, that's
jealous.
pretty much
You're
what I do.
Oh my god, you're like physically beautiful and your heart is beautiful too. Stop this right now, Manuel. You're showing me up on my own show. Stop it.
Stop it.
No. Keep going. You're beautiful just the way you are, as Bruno Mars once said.
Yeah, no, I have lots of fun in life. That I just do the things I really want with passion, and that's what brought me here. That's all.
Ooh, look at
And
you.
yeah, I work really hard, but I don't know any other way. And I believe in everyone's potential. So that's why I wrote the book. So I really want to for the people to nurture this potential and bring it to the max. I bring my life forward, my history, so to inspire people to take the leads of their life and create their own life path. This is really what it's about.
Wow. Oh,
Because
that's a
I
little
started
deep.
very late. All these things. I started acrobatics at 35, but I started like porn at 37 and acrobatics at 35. So it's never too late to do anything you want in life.
Oh my god. Okay, take us back in time a little bit. Like when you were a kid, were you always like this confident? Because you exude so much like confidence and power and pride in yourself. Because when we look at porn stars, we have like this image of perfection. You're sculpted by the gods, or, like you've led a perfect life. So give us a bit of a reality check here, Manuel.
Well, the build like a god, you have to work for it. It doesn't happen on one day. I was like 135 pounds wet when I was a teenager and young man. So this was years and years of training, and with acrobatics as well. I was bullied. A lot of guys were bullied, and people have these they put their projections onto us of what they think of us, and we have to get rid of all of these fears that they project at us like this. So yeah, it's a lot of work before you get comfortable in front of the cameras. And the actors who don't do the work before they get onto the camera, they have to do it while they grow in front of the camera, which is much harder. Yeah, and they do it on social media too. So I really recommend for anyone, who goes out there, like just to do the work first. You have to know who you are, absolutely, and have to be ready because you just give your all, right? And it's
Yeah.
very liberating, but there's a lot of pressure as well because, you know, people know everything about you real quick. So you have to know exactly where you stand. Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
have to know where to give in and where to preserve your personal space a little bit.
Hmm.
So yeah,
That's a
but I
fine
found
balancing
it's
act,
a fine line.
though, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fine line, and for me, I would say the my favorite part of it is that I project so much positivity, and you attract what you put out there, right? So my fan base is really really amazing. So on my social media, and when the people approach me, they're very very nice all the time.
That's good.
I never have like bad comments and that kind of stuff where some people have, but it's all about law of attraction.
I don't know why anyone would give you a bad comment. You're so nice and like so, you exude a nice energy.
Yeah, well, it's because it's genuine. I would say that's what it is. If you try to put up an act, people will see through it, and then that's when you get read for it. Yeah.
That's true. Can you tell me a little bit about like your journey to this like spiritual confidence that you have? Because you said you were bullied a lot, and that must have done like a number on your self image and your dignity. So how do you like overcome that to get to where you are now?
Well, I was bullied at school for being different, obviously. Speaking a little different, and my French was more proper a little bit. Um, but again, my parents, they taught me the basics of how to overcome this. So when I would get back home, I would always, this was my place where I could feel safe. And I overcame it because of Madonna, honestly. Yeah.
Material girl,
So she
yes.
released, no, it's when she released the sex book, really. So,
Oh, okay.
she got into all, yeah. So she got into the sex, everything sexual. So at school, I started to talk about sex and S&M and all these things. So I went from the awkward kid to the cool kid, walking on my forelimbs and, doing the like a virgin moves on the table and that kind of stuff. um, yeah, so that's really when I was like, oh, people actually like this side of me, which was just the true me as well, right? So it stopped. It stopped, and all these kids that would bully me, and it was like they start to be like, I was like, I'm the one fucking for real right now. I'm having sex and you are not. So don't try to shame me for my sexuality.
Yes, bitch, work. Oh my god, I love that. Look at you, like being the big fucking slut that you are, while all these other prudes are being like, ew, gross, stay away. No, no, that's good. That's healthy.
Well, yeah, I started my first sexual experiences, and that's way before internet, right? So I was 15 years old, and by 16, I had two very stable fuck friends. One of them was in his 30s already, and I was 16. So, and that's before internet.
Are you okay to tell us a little bit about that? I'm curious.
You're curious. Oh, well, so we met through the Madonna fan club. It was like the grinder of the 90s. um, um, yeah, so they were very, very sexy, beautiful aura, both of them. Even at one point, I was like, I think you guys could be a match, So, like, I organized threesome at 16, and they are still together today. They met. We had threesome sex, and then they're still together today. There was a match. I was right.
Oh, look at you bringing people together
Cute.
with your dick. That's so cute. Look at you, Mr.
Yeah, because I'm all about
Matchmaker.
sharing. Yeah,
Sharing is
matchmaker and
caring.
sharing.
Oh my
And the
god.
fun part is that so the older one would pick me up at my parents' place. My parents were all in awe with him because he had the beautiful energy. He was really sweet. Little, he would bring me in his car in a parking lot, and tie me up to the bench of the car.
Ooh, hello. Yum.
Hello. That's how I started. So I was coming back at school on a Monday morning and showed the handcuff marks on my wrist to my best girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah. While
oh,
the other kids are
handcuff
pretending, oh,
marks.
I like this girl. I want to kiss this girl. I'm like, really? You want to kiss a girl? I'm like, look at me here. Look at my marks.
I've gone way beyond kissing. I've been tied up and fucked in 5 different ways in just the last hour.
Yeah, so
Wow.
you see, and we would go like rent porn DVDs every weekend together. That's where I had my first connection with the industry, and I loved all these very like vintage back alley movie with a beautiful light from Falcons.
The really old school, like you would go inside a film store with like DVDs and
Yeah,
VHS or
but
whatever.
there was the talk
The
baton, they say
curtain.
like the doors that flip like this.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the salon doors.
Yeah, so you had to go through that.
Oh, yum. And that's how
Yeah.
you started getting interested in porn?
Yeah, that's when I was like,
Okay.
oh, click, 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 and then years later, boom.
Now you hear. Okay, so take us back to that very first time that you were like, you know what? I'm going to pursue porn. Because earlier you said that like people who grow in front of the camera have a harder time than people who are already like in an emotionally good place when they start off. So,
Hmm.
what were your thoughts? Where were you in your life when you went to your very first porn shooting?
Well, I already had like 20 years of modeling behind me, so that really helped, like photography and sport modeling, all these things. Um, and I just had my boner pics taken for the first time with Mark Henderson. So that really, that's when I was like, okay, stroking my dick in front of the camera. I was like, oh, I can get money for that. And I love
Oh
doing
wow.
that.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got many offers before that, and I always declined because I thought the thing is like I thought that there would be too much judgment with my spiritual side. So I thought I would not be taken seriously with my spirituality if I was doing porn in sex work, where it's the complete opposite. So people embrace me because of my spirituality, and later on, I understood that this was my path, right? So this is It's very unique, but it allows me to put this beautiful chapter in my book about sacred sexuality. Having so much experience in sex work right now, and how to utilize and maximize that sexual energy that we have. So it all comes together. It's a big fusion. So that's people really embrace the spiritual aspect. But I would say like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, it was really, really different. If I would just put a photo on Facebook of me in underwear doing even just doing yoga, and a beautiful spiritual comment of my own or something that I wrote, people would judge me for that. They're like, oh, it's fake spirituality, oh, like you're just superficial, you just do this to attract attention, and I was like, no, 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 you are not truly spiritual. Like, I mean, like if you don't take nurture your temple, your body, like you need to do that. It's part of spirituality. It's not just about the soul and the mind. The body is part of the experience. So you cannot flag me as fake spirituality because I nurture my body. It has to be unity.
It's holistic. It's all working together in one. When you take care of your mind, you take care of your body, and vice versa.
Yeah, and it makes like being sexually fit is really important. People always ask me how come I last for so long in bed. I'm like, this core muscle, they work really really well. So thank God I can fuck
Yeah,
for a
they
long
do.
time. You
Yeah,
know.
they do.
So yeah.
Oh, how long do you go for, huh, Manuel?
Well,
Hmm?
it depends who's with me, but like under 45 minutes, I'm like, and a good session
Ah,
is an hour 15
okay.
minutes. So
Oh,
that's
that's it? An hour?
but
Please, Manuel.
that's the one time. Then I can't come back at it.
No, for me, because I do a lot of like what is it, calisthenics, like
Yeah.
body weights. I've gone from like my shortest being like 2 minutes all the way to like 2.5 to 3 hours now
Yeah.
as like my average time. So everyone listening to this, do your workouts. You're gonna last so much longer in bed. Take it from a former escort and a porn star. See, it works.
Absolutely. It
It
does.
works.
It does.
Oh my
And
gosh.
especially, that I tell that because like those, especially it's just being respectful for the receiver, because the receiver will take an hour to clean and half an hour to come to your place, and then you fuck him for 20 minutes.
Thank
No,
you. You
no.
said bottom rights. This is coming from a top who loves and respects his bottoms. Thank you so much for giving us the representation that we need.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so much work. You know, like just before this recording, I told you I had a dick appointment, and like I have been swallowing so much Metamucil. I have been like douching like crazy. There's still douche water in there. I'm gonna do like one more rinse just before I go, but like it's a lot of work.
Oh yeah,
It's a lot of
because
mental preparation too.
I have to do it. They make me bottom in some scenes sometimes, and I know how much work it is, and I'm like, oh,
I don't think I've seen you bottom yet. I gotta find a video of you
no,
bottoming.
there's plenty.
There's plenty, I know. So I'm gonna do a deep dive. No pun intended. But
Look for the ones acrobatic in a split. When I bounce on the dick in a split.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay. You know what? I really have to search and work for it when I'm just like scrolling my phone at night and seeing all these thumbnails and everything. Like, ooh, Manuel. Um, no, that's great. So like, I I'm just like imagining that all this stress of being in the porn industry, it may have like an effect on your spirituality. How do you like regulate yourself in times of stress?
Um, no, I don't see it as stress. Otherwise, I would not do it. But if it's stress, it's a certain productivity that's the outcome of it, you know. So there's the pressure of performance, that's for sure. But that's I'm a natural just performer, you know, and with acrobatics and all these stuff, I'm a show boy, you know, so I'm used to that kind of stuff. And like I said, I love to have sex every day, so like the big thing for me would be to keep my sanity and my mojo is to balance my sex on camera and my personal life. So for every scene that I make, I have at least one boy in my bed. No cameras.
Wait,
So,
what do you mean by that? Go give us a little more detail.
well, it's basically every time I do a scene, I book a boy for for that same night or the next morning in my bedroom.
Oh, so like if you're gonna film, you want to have someone in your bed the same day, so you're having sex for work and sex for pleasure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're hiring escorts when
No,
needed? No, I don't know. You said
no,
book.
no. I have my network of bottoms.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay. I don't know when you say book. Listen, I was in the sex work industry for
Um,
4 years, so I
yeah, you're
don't.
right. It's because for me, I see it as booking, but
Okay, no,
it's
no,
just
that's fair.
a slang. It's a slang. It's just that this is such an important thing on my schedule that I call it
Okay,
booking.
yeah.
So
Okay, fair, 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 fair. You know what? Then I got to make myself to where you are so I can be one of those bottoms in line and be like, ha, I got you. Um,
bam,
bam, exactly. You will love my bussy so much, Manuel. It is the best.
there
I
you go.
have
The boosty.
my bussy.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Yes.
I want to let you in on a little bit of a secret. So, did you know I have a Patreon? For as little as $1.50 a month, you can access all of these episodes early and without these pesky fucking ads. I know they're so annoying, trust me, but girls gotta pay the bills, right? And then if you want to pay a little bit more, you get access to some bonus episodes. Plus, you can also access the exclusive Sex Ed with Tim Discord, where you get one-on-one time with me every month. We can talk about anything that you want. It can be like a sex ed kind of thing, or just a little kiki if you want some advice on sex, dating, love, whatever. I highly suggest you don't, because I don't even know if I'm taking the advice that I give out. But hey, it's all fun, and I hope you subscribe. I will see you on the other side of this ad. Mwah! Do you like feeling sexy and looking sexy? Of course you do. Only my listeners are sexy as fuck. I have partnered with fetishwear designer Dale Kuda to bring you the hottest deals on custom jock straps, harnesses, hats, and more. Head over to dalekuda.com, that's DALEKUDA.com, and use code SEXEDWITHTIM at checkout for 25% off the entire store. Yeah, you heard me. 25% off. And cherry on top, free shipping. Oh my god. I have a few of the stuff that he has made for me, and girl, I'm wearing it right now. I'm wearing like a little jock strap so that I could easily just like slip a little butt plug or dildo every now and then here and there. And I'm on the train. I'm just like, thank you, Dale. That's dalekuda.com with the code SEXEDWITHTIM for 25% off your entire purchase with free shipping. With a deal like that, I swear I could come buckets, honey.
The show is about to begin.
Yes.
it's just so like interesting to hear that you're having sex for work and sex for pleasure, and like how do you differentiate between the two, because they both seem like pleasurable acts. It's just for anyone that hasn't been in the sex work industry as you and I have, how do you personally define sex for work and sex for pleasure, and how does that help regulate your spirituality, your emotions, your sanity?
Yeah, so they're both very, very pleasurable. Absolutely. The only difference is that if it's for private, I don't have to worry about lighting or cameras or like like because in porn we have to be open to camera. So your partner is a bit further away from you. You have to see the penetration. Where if it's just no cameras, lights are dim, he's in my face, and you would not see the penetration if you'd be about to film it. So that's pretty much it. But I try to circulate the same sacred sexual energy during my scenes and when in private. And that's what made my scenes stand out sometimes, because if the sexual connection passes very strongly, even the fans, when they watch it, they can sense it, they can feel it. And those are always the most popular scenes. Absolutely.
How do you regulate that sexual energy during your scenes?
It's really just about building that intimate moment of connection with your partner. So it's really about making sure that even though there's a people around you, there's a camera, what really matters is just these two people together. Three if there's more, but it's easier with two, obviously. So it's just us, really just us. The rest, and the more you're planned for it, the more you have experience as well with the directors. It really helps. So the directors, they know me, so they know exactly how I love to have sex. So they kind of follow me more than they direct me. So
That's true. You know what? I will testify to that, because I saw your video with Carter Dane and Alex Meekum, and I was like, wow, this is such a nice scene. And it's like, it almost feels like I'm interrupting a very special moment, a very intimate moment. I feel like I should close my laptop and let them have their thing. I know it's a video, but like I felt that, So that's really like interesting that you're able to differentiate that. But what about in instances where you just can't force that chemistry, that intimacy between you and your co-star? What then?
well, then it transforms into something different. Anyway, you never want to repeat exactly the same thing. So, for example, if the performer is straight, it happens more and more, right? Um,
Have you worked with straight performers?
there's a lot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And for me, it's a different challenge, and I still really, really love it because I jack off to straight boys all the time. So it's more like of a muscle worship. It's more of a voyeur kind of thing, and they turn
Oh,
on by,
voyeur.
yeah,
Mm.
voyeur. French.
There's your French word for the day.
Boom. Uh, yeah, so it's really about they're turned on by the fact that they turn me on. So like they know it and they show off kind of thing. So that's a different kind of dynamic, which I really really like. And honestly, like more and more, like I find like in those straight boys that the heart is still really really there, and they want to give the best, and they're so sweet, and that's how I can connect with
Straight
them. So
men. Aw, look at you, straight men out there with a heart. Never heard of that before. Ugh.
it's not about labels anymore at this point, anyway. So
That's
I'm
true.
like I would totally be okay. I don't want a boyfriend, right? But I'd totally be okay to have a boyfriend that is straight. You go fuck as many women as you want, and you come back to me, and I'll be totally okay with that at this point.
Really? That's so cute. It's a
Yeah.
little like, I mean, hey, you know what? I'm in the same boat. Like, I'm not looking for a boyfriend. I'm just out here to fuck as many guys as possible, right? But
Well, that's the thing. Now, all the men are potential to be in my bed now. All of them.
that's so true.
If they're
That's so
cute,
true.
you come here.
Can I be in that line, please, Manuel? Me, choose me. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
me.
There
Yes.
you
Okay, perfect. That's
go.
a yes. You heard it here, everyone. Manuel said that he's gonna fuck me. I'm not
Um,
editing anything out.
Cute.
uh, let's talk about your life outside of porn because you're a very recognizable figure in
Yep.
porn,
Yep.
right?
Hmm.
How do you handle like the notoriety when you're out in the clubs or when you're doing shows or something? Like, what walk us through that experience?
Well, it really depends what's the crowd around me, definitely. So if I perform in a gay venue, it's different than with a non-gay venue. uh, I had performances where I just finish my act and I'm out of breath completely, and everyone starts to grope me, and I'm like,
What?
they were drunk.
They touch you without your permission? Oh.
Yeah, I was like, and I'm out of breath. I'm basically like this because like
Mm.
for 5 minutes, I've been like in the air, like doing crazy poses. So that is different. And if it's straight or non-gay, I would say it's like it's people notice the muscles, they notice everything else, but they don't have a clue, right? So, but it also depends of which country I travel to. Like
Oh, really?
yeah, like in the Hispanic countries, they're much more caliente, and they assume their sexuality, so they will come to me and say hi. They will ask for photos, and
Yeah.
other places, I would just get the side eye look, and like the
Like which
folk.
places?
Uh, in Canada and the States, and
Ew.
yeah, it's mostly it's because they. You have to realize this is like if they acknowledge that they know me, for them it's like they know I know they jack off to me, so by
Yes, yes, yes.
so if they come and say hi, for them it's not the artist that they see or the actor, it's like he knows I'm jacking off to him at night. That's the shame, because like their face goes into like poker face. They freeze their face completely, because what if he knows? So this is very Northern American philosophy, where the religions and all these just they put shame and guilt into the sex so bad, and even in masturbation, which is like, hey, I don't give a fuck. This is me. This is my job. I don't. Of course, I want you to masturbate and feel good. That's why I'm doing this.
That's why you do the thing that you do.
Yeah, I'm a peacemaker. I make sure everyone is at home, no one is left alone, and because we need to come every day. We're men. We're men. So just get it out. I will help you. Be unapologetic about it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's the
But do you
difference.
find that like because you're like a very famous gay porn star that when you're out and about, people feel like they have the permission, or rather they feel like they are allowed to just touch you or make sexual advances at you?
Um, in public,
And
people will
the yeah,
not.
the reason I asked that question is because I've spoken to other porn stars who have experienced that way. So I just want to get your take on that.
Yeah, I think I have, like, if they see me in person, I have this kind of bubble that I place around me. So it's the and it's kind of a protection kind of thing. So it's not likely to happen unless they're drunk. But if you're drunk, whoever you are, it's gonna happen, right? But it's really more online. Online, they think I'm a porn star. I'm gonna fuck anybody. And like, no, there's a casting done, and I fuck other porn stars. That's the point of it. It's not expected for me to just fuck random guys like this. If I do, it's because I really want to. But like, yeah, and it's not like, and this is the challenge, is that if I come to a new city, I have Grinder, I have Scruff, I have all these applications, but then, oh my god, they write to me, nonstop, and like I cannot answer all of them, so that's more of a, I wish I could, but yeah, some of them feel like if I don't answer or I don't go and fuck them, they feel offended, kind of thing, and I'm like,
Yeah, why is that? Because they feel entitled to you.
yeah, I'm
That's so
like,
weird.
yeah.
Where do you think, personally though, like just from your opinion, where do you think that comes from, this sense of entitlement over your body?
Uh, I think it's it's um it's uh it's some inner work that has to be done definitely
Mm.
towards self confidence and stuff. They want to feel validated, I guess.
Like if
Um,
they can hook up with you, then that kind of makes them feel like they are a valid sexual being.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh my
yeah.
god. That's weird.
No, I can understand that, but again, like I did so many things in my life to reach there, so it's very I fuck a lot of guys, but it's still very kind of a secret club kind of thing. It's like, in order to reach there, there's a lot of. I will fuck anybody that I found there's this beautiful connection with, but you need to do the inner work beforehand as well. This is very, very key for me as well. So if you demonstrate
Inner work being.
of being yourself, of being true, like work on your body, work on your communication as well. So like as soon as I sense this kind of attitude, I step away from it right away. Any
Mm,
kind of neediness for me is a no go.
needy. Oh god, needy men are so weird. Okay, let me tell you a story real quick. One time I was chatting with a guy, and like the time gap between each message was like maybe 1 or 2 minutes. And then I put it down very briefly so I can take a nap because I was feeling tired. And then an hour later, when I woke up from that nap, he started changing up his tone in the messages. Like, where the fuck are you? Why aren't you answering me, you little bitch? I didn't even want to fuck you in the first place. But I was like, you messaged me?
Yeah.
Hmm? Yeah. Um. Hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing that where if you don't answer right away, they think then they start to attack you. Sometimes it's like this too, and I'm like, I get attacked. I didn't even have time to answer one thing, and because I don't answer in 2 3 minutes, then they start to attack me, and I'm like, oh, you're conceited, you this, you that, and like, no, if you meet me, I'm the most simple guy ever. Like I'm super grounded, like I'm super nice to everybody, but just be nice to me at first. Otherwise, and
Aw.
if you try to put me down, you will regret it. That's all I'll say.
No, exactly. And that's good. That's like really strong, well established boundaries. And people like hate me for that kind of thing too, because like, yeah, I fucked over like 1,000 people and counting, not to brag. But I've done that, and like when people like cross me and they like get offended that I fight back, I was like, I'm just reflecting your energy. You came at me with aggression, I'll come back with aggression. So I don't know why you think you're so badass about this.
Yeah, it's because they attack you because that's another scenario where like they attack you right from the start because they know they don't stand a chance with you, and I've seen it, and they project all their fears and guilt onto me and stuff, and that's not my shit. That's yours. So like what I do is I give it back to them, and they think I'm this like mindless guy that I have no brain, and I'm like, oh, no, 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 you don't know. If you pick a fight with me and you expect me not to fight back, I'm not that dumb. So my strategy is to nicely make them feel that their life is miserable.
Okay, tell me. I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm a bottom, and be like, oh, I'm gonna hit up Manuel Skye tonight and see if he wants to fuck me because I've got such a great asshole. Hey Manuel, how are you? And then you're like, yes, Tim, how are you? I'm like, I'm ready, I'm douched. And then like 2 hours later, I still don't get a message. I'm like, what the fuck? How would you respond? Come at me, bro. Come on.
Oh well, no, that's the basic one. No, I
No.
mean, no, that because no, the ones I'm talking about are really nasty. That's nothing.
Can you share like an instance?
Like the one time I went in Prague, and my profile picture was like the background is all pink sequins. I look like a pinup. So it's like, oh, this is ridiculous. Like,
Cute.
yeah, I know it's one of my favorites too. It's on brand, and I love it. So this guy writes to me like, this is ridiculous. A guy of your age, like a pinup, sexual,
Guy of your
objectifying,
age?
yeah, objectifying himself like this and blah blah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, sir. Like, why do first you just write to me randomly to attack me like this? And I'm like, I don't have to fit into any category or box like you do. Like, I do whatever I want in life, and pink is my color, and that's it. I'm like, I don't have to fit in a box of society, like, or work 9 to 5 and be miserable as a slave corporate,
Hmm.
And he blocked me after, of course, because I was like,
Of course he did.
he realized all his judgments were towards like himself, like for being in that little box.
Mm, preach.
Mm,
Yeah. You know
yeah.
what? You're a lot nicer than I would have, because I would have been like, are you just picking fights with random strangers on the internet because your dad never loved you? And then, yeah,
Ah,
I know. I'm so bad. It's really awful. Or I'll be like, go back to the dumpster from where you were tried to be aborted. And like, it's very mean. My insults are so bad. It gets out of hand. But like, that's just who I am. Like, if you come at me with aggression, I'll match it times 10, And
yeah.
it's just like, I don't know
Well,
why
for me,
people feel like they have to be mean.
my technique is different, where I try to disarm it and just to make them like stop and take. It's a prise de conscience in French, so they start to be conscious of what they're doing. So
Mm,
you
mm.
kind of shock them out of it.
Right, right.
So
Yeah, see, you know what?
yeah.
Maybe I should try that, because
Yeah,
I've
because
been
if you fight back, they just fight back and it just increase. And the way I fight back, they block me before it's over. I'm like, I
good.
was
Oh
not
my
done.
God. You know what? Maybe I should try that, because
Uh,
it's so much like, there's so much energy. But I love the drama too. I love the
look how
drama.
twisted is this. Like the worst one was a random guy, an email I received from and nowhere. Like it just like it was gay hatred in the email. I'm like, I don't know you. Who the fuck are
Ew.
you? And I played with him for a while, and he's like, stop writing me. I'm like, oh hell no, I'm not done. You started this. um, I was like, if you write to me and you saw my stuff, it's because you're probably gay anyway, or a little gay or something. He's like, no, blah blah blah, you are the monkey, and I'm like, okay. Then I'm like, let me play with his brain a little bit. I was like, the next time you jack off and your dick grows hard into your hand, does it make you a little gay? Because you're getting excited when you have a hard dick in your hand. And I know you cannot unthink any of that. The next time you're gonna jack off, you're gonna think about this. You're gonna think, are you gay or not?
Because he's getting hard. His dick is technically being held by a man. So, fellas, is it gay to masturbate?
Exactly. Does it make you gay to masturbate?
Because it's a man holding your own dick.
Because you're getting excited when it gets hard. See? Did I play with his
Look at that
brain or
life hack.
not?
I wonder how he is right now. Win, gay rights.
You want
Oh
me to
my
write back
God.
to him? I still have his email.
Please. Oh my God. I would love to just drag him, honey. Just fucking like, are you gay yet? Are you gay yet? Come on.
Are you gay now? Are you gay now? Are you
Are you
gay
gay
now?
now? How about now? Join us. It's really
Yeah.
fun over here.
Yeah, cause that's the thing. I'm having fun with it. It's just because I want just to make them conscious about what they're doing, and because
Oh, that's true.
someone has to stop them because they're gonna keep doing this to everybody. That's what they do. They just find
Mm,
another one
mm.
and another one and another one. I'm like, you have to stop this freaking
This
habit.
nonsense is bullshit. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
it
It's
is.
stupid. So, like, you're faced with that, like, more often than I could imagine. How do you keep yourself so grounded? Like, do you meditate? Do you use crystals? What's your routine?
Yeah, I have pretty much everything of the spiritual tools, except that it's really about, for me, meditation is a state of being. It's not an action, right? It's not like, it's the way you do things. Um, it's that, can you achieve that meditative state, whatever you're doing? So, it could be just in the shower or like when I'm writing or reading. It's really that state
When
of
you're
being.
riding?
I'm not writing. Sorry.
Oh, writing. Oh, sorry.
It's my French accent.
No, I love your French accent. I just didn't hear that properly. Writing or riding, like a cowboy?
Writing. 'Cause when I write, it's like a meditation because I channel the information from above. So it's really
Mm,
like a state of meditation. Anyway, so yeah, and it's about how you feel when you do things, do them with love and your intention and everything, and it's not hard. Have fun with it. That's really what it is.
mm-hmm,
Because people, they overcomplicated everything. They think everything is hard. It is hard in a sense that you have to work really hard to reach to a certain place in spirituality. It didn't come like this overnight, but each step is really easy in itself. You just have to do it. You just have to trust yourself and trust your heart. That's But you have to do it.
do you enter this meditative state during your filming?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Ooh, how is
yeah,
that?
yeah. Well, that's when the sexual energy moves from the lower chakras to the crown, and that's usually when the bottom's
Ooh.
eyes are popping out.
When you notice the energy flow to the crown and then little bottom twink over here is like
And
and
shaking a
just like
little bit. He
and
gives the
shaking.
shake like this. Yeah, it's because for the sexual energy to move, it can only move if the two of them are sensitive to it. It cannot move by itself. It has to happen for both partners at the same time. And usually, when the sex is
Mm.
over, when they get up, we both have like the crown chakra is open and it spins. So we feel a bit dizzy, both of us. It's like, ooh, what's this? It's like, oh, this is the sexual energy rise, Kundalini
Right,
rising.
right.
It's called, yeah.
Hmm. Now, when can I bottom for you, Manuel?
You can't do it live, so
I can't do. No, I won't do it live. But where are you? Montreal. I'll head over to Montreal
for
and
now I'm in Montreal, but I
for
will
now.
see. I will
Okay.
see.
Well, I'm definitely gonna hit you up wherever our paths cross, and I'll be like, "Are you ready for the best pussy of your life?" I'm gonna rip it off with just my asshole. No, no. I wanted to ask you as well, like, because the way you film porn is so specific in that it's full of sexual energy and intimacy, and it just feels very genuine. And I really enjoy that about your porn specifically. But I wanted to ask you, how do you think porn has shaped gay men's sexuality as a whole? Has it done more damage? Has it done more benefits? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I look at it like nutrition. So, you have to eat every day and you can decide to eat junk food or you eat healthy food. So it's really a choice and a preference. And so you can consume all this porn that will lower your vibration. And you can consume this porn that will make you feel good. So it's really about what you feel attracted to, but you have to be aware. You have to choose what makes you feel good. Like, because yes, it could be a problem. Like I've seen, like young boys come into my bedroom, and the first thing they put their ass up all open and like abuse me, daddy, dominate me and stuff. And I'm like, no, that's you haven't understand what I'm about. That's not how I like it. And these boys, their perception of domination is not what domination is. I just have to tell them what to do and basically move them a little bit, and that's enough for them. I'm like, no, that's not domination. You know?
Just a little pinch. That's already
Yeah,
dominant.
yeah. So the perception is biased, definitely. So I encourage everyone just to do again, do their inner work and do their research, and just be very in tune with how they feel when they watch a certain thing. Does it make you feel good? How's the vibration of that? And then if it's not vibrating with you, just switch to something else.
What's porn that elevates vibration?
It's really that when you see the chemistry with the actors, when you see that there's the way they communicate, the body language and stuff, and because you can see when it becomes mechanical as well.
True. Uh, yes, Daddy. It's just like, shut the fuck up. My God. I'm really good at making that noise because I had a lot of like tops that wanted like a squealy little bottom. I'm like, okay, let me just like push my Adam's apple back a little
This is the
more.
Britney Spears effect.
Yeah.
Baby.
Baby.
It's the Kardashian and the
Ew.
Britney Spears effect. Trust me.
Oh my God, Cam. Yeah.
Yeah.
The vocal fry.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it's funny because there's some guys sometimes I make a lot of noise too, especially when it's really really good. And some guys have looked at me like in my personal room, right? And they're like, "Oh, don't act." I'm like, "No, that's not acting. That's me. I'm enjoying myself."
That's how you normally are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not putting up an act when I film. This is just me.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest, at the few number of times I've had sex with porn stars, I am very like in my head I'm thinking, are you acting right now? Is there a hidden camera that I don't know of?
This is the big difference between a porn actor and a porn star. The porn actor has to act, and the porn star got famous because he doesn't have to act. That's just who they are.
So you're a porn star.
It's the
Okay.
difference. It's like all the best actors in
Mm.
Hollywood, they're playing different personalities of themselves. Because otherwise it sounds fake for them too. So it's the same.
Right.
It's the
Look
same.
at you go, Manuel. Damn, baby.
Maybe.
Work it. Seriously, I gotta get myself like if I'm ever to have a chance with you, I gotta get a 6-pack. I gotta like be flex. I'm already pretty flexible. In case you didn't
Good.
know, Manuel.
Good.
Mhm.
Perfect.
Is that what you like?
It helps to get really deep. That's all.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I
Because
call it.
I almost have my middle split. I'm like at a 120 degrees right now. I'm
Nice.
very close to 180. And then I have my front and back splits. So
Beautiful.
we're getting there.
Oh yeah.
We're
So
getting
this
there.
is what I call zero obstruction.
Zero obstruction.
So you can get.
How about I just get rid of my
deep.
legs for you, Manuel? I'll just like amputate my legs so you can go in as deep
No.
as you want.
No.
I'll just make sure to bring it all the way over my head.
Yeah, like this.
Which I can. I can do that. Oh my God. This is more of a personal question. It has nothing to do with the interview, but I'm going to keep this in anyway. But like, what's your type? What are you into?
I used to think I had a type, and I had a type, as a young man, which was like dark features, like dark eyes, square jaw, certain build. I realized, and they had a specific kind of face too, and I realized with the years that those ones had a lot of issues.
Yeah.
They were pretty, but not the best sex. And now I'm going more for the vibe. So
The vibe.
It's really funny. So I don't have a particular type. I would love, and that's what the producers love about me as well. It's because they can present me any kind of model that if they're hot, I will like it. I will like them. I will connect with them. Yeah, because like I love variety is my type, right?
Oh yeah. No matter the skin color or body type.
Yeah, I love from a muscle twing to the super like juicy monkey. Like I don't, it's.
Do you love a little bit of belly?
Well, I love those muscles that are like kind of chubby a bit too. That's fine.
Yes, me too.
So it could be from skinny to more fat on the muscle. It's fine, but there has to be a certain mass muscle for me anyway. So that's really triggers me to be excited, and the rest is really if they're confident, if they embrace who they are, if they really to open their hearts, then I can be able to connect with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think ultimately that's way more important than any like physical build because like yeah, I can be attracted to your muscle and your looks and your face or whatever, but if your heart is in the wrong place, or if you're just like a generally shitty person, I'm like, goodbye.
Yeah, it
I
becomes
can't.
robotic.
Yeah,
Again.
it's weird, and it is absolutely disgusting. But this was a lot to take in, Manuel. It's a no pun intended again. It's a lot to take in. But like it's been such a pleasure like talking to you, and like if I may say so, I am sending you love. I'm giving you the energy of the universe. I'm giving you my sexual energy or whatever else energy that you want. No,
I'll take it
honestly,
all.
you'll take it all. Oh, please. You say that now, but wait until you see my dick, and then you're going to be like, maybe I want to bottom for that. Maybe it's a lot. You'll see. You'll see, Manuel.
Well,
We'll cross paths one day, and you're going to be like, your entire like sexual
pelvic
position is going
floor
to be
will
shifted.
pulse.
You're gonna panic. No, but again, thank you so much. You're such an amazing guest, and just a beautiful human being, and I can't get enough of you. I'm pretty sure the listeners won't be able to get enough of you either. So why don't you give us some parting words? If people didn't take away anything from this episode, what is something that they can go home with tonight?
The one they can take home is the to start to reproduce that in their own bedroom, whatever in part of the discussion that we have, just to always make sure that each time they have sex that they treat it as something beautiful and sacred. That's really really what matters, because that makes your whole life more beautiful. Because this sexual energy is the most powerful energy on the planet. We were born onto this world because our parents had sex. So this is what channels a soul to take a body to come into the material world. So nurture it, have sex, and have fun with it. And if you want to know more, it's all going to be in my book. Like I said, it's just finished writing. Now I'm at corrections. It's called Seven Skies Under. The website is already up, sevenskiesunder.com. You can
I'll put this all in the show notes. Yeah.
Thank you. So it's spirituality in application in all spheres of life, inspired by my own story, but divided in all subjects of spirituality. So anyone can achieve all these potentials fully for themselves.
I love that. Aw, thank you so much, Manuel. You're so fucking amazing, and you're so hot, and just like, I can't get enough of your energy. I do hope one day I get to end up in the same bed as you when it happens. But for now, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna have sex with you in my dreams. And
Ooh, I love that too.
And I'll tell you all about it.
Astral
sex. Exactly. You're gonna feel it tonight as I like astrally project into your anus.
Love it.
But for now, listeners, thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Sex Ed with Tim podcast, and I will see you at the next one. Bye! Thanks for listening to the Sex Ed with Tim podcast. Sex Ed with Tim is created and produced by me, Tim Lagman. Music is Aces High by Kevin MacLeod. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at GaySlutClown and at Sex Ed with Tim. You can also like and follow me on the Sex Ed with Tim Facebook page. If you enjoyed the show, please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Even better, you can also support the show on Patreon, where you can get early access to ad-free episodes and more. Thanks for all your support, you dirty little slut. Mwah!